Okay, we're just gonna start. You wanna know why? Because this is Drag Queen Yoga. Hi everyone, my name is Everlasting. Today I got home from work, and a lot of times I like to exercise when I come home from work. It's a great way of de-stressing. So I thought, why not? Let's just jump into it and let's do a short yoga video on some ways of de-stressing and letting go of any of that tension in the body and kind of giving a little bit of energy and lightness back into the body after maybe a stressful day of whatever you had going on. So, if you're ready, let's go. Start at the top of the mat, and just like most of my classes, we're going to start with the feet. And we're going to make sure the feet are hip-width apart, turn the toes in slightly so the outside edges of the feet are parallel to each other. Let's inhale, lift the toes, exhale, spread them, pinky side going down first. Inhale, lift and spread the toes, exhale, pinky toe goes down first, big toe comes down last. We're working to inhale, spread them, activate the muscles of the feet, lower down. Trying to create a little bit of a lift in the arch of the feet. Now slightly bend the knees. I want you to engage the thigh muscles. Don't super grip them, just a little squeeze, a light engagement, and then straighten the legs. This prevents us from hyperextending or locking the knees out. So keep the legs just a little bit squeezed. Now hands on the hips. We're going to tilt them forward and backward, just moving the lower spine and the pelvis. Tilt it forward and back, seeing if you can wake up this area of the body. Give it a little wiggle. Yeah. All right, and then find neutral pelvis, or the middle, for you, and then drop your hands to your sides. You want to scoop your belly in and up, and a light squeeze around the core muscles. Let's take a breath here. Although we're squeezing this, let's take a breath. All right, next, without lifting the lower ribs, let's inhale and open the chest. Feel the shoulders growing wide. Feel the heart lifting towards the sky. Next, without lifting the chin, you maybe even want to tuck the chin in slightly. Let's imagine there's a string, and it's pulling the crown of your head up a little bit higher. Hopefully my wig doesn't fall off. Oops. Okay, now hands at your sides once more. Let's inhale and just take a few breaths, noticing this different alignment of our posture, seeing how it feels. All right, let's start our warm-up. Let's start with a sun salutation. When you're ready, inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Don't lift the shoulders. Exhale, fold forward. Bend the knees if you need to. Don't feel any pain at the backs of the knees. Inhale, halfway up to lengthen the spine. Exhale, plant the hands down, coming down to tabletop, or hands and knees. Hands directly under the shoulders, knees directly under the hips. And when you're ready, let's inhale into cow, arch the back, lift the chin. Exhale into cat, tuck the chin, tuck the tailbone. Inhale again into cow. Really arch the back, feel the throat open up, the chest move forward. Exhale, tuck the chin, round the tailbone, push the hands and knees into the mat to really round out. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Then come to neutral for you, flat back. Step the knees back a little bit further. Engage your core muscles. Squeeze them and slowly lower down in modified chaturanga. Keeping your core squeezed, push the tops of the feet into the mat and inhale, baby cobra. Don't use your hands. Exhale, back down. Inhale. Sit the hips back, widen out the knees. If you'd like to take extended happy puppy, or if you'd like a little more heat in your practice, you can lift up into downward facing dog. We're taking 5 breaths in whichever one is good for you. Remembering to breathe in and out through the nose if that's available to you. 3 more full breaths. Widen the toes, spread them, widen the fingers. 1 more full breath here. If you are in extended happy puppy, lift your hips up into downward facing dog. And everyone on your next inhale, look towards the hands, Right foot steps forward first, nice and small steps, baby steps towards the top of the mat. We're really taking our time to stretch the backs of the legs, seeing how far you can go before the hands lift off the mat. When you're at the top of the mat, let's inhale halfway up to lengthen. Exhale, folding forward. Relax the head, neck, and shoulders. Strong feet push into the mat. Let's inhale all the way up to standing. Exhale, arms to your sides. Equal standing pose. All right, let's speed things up just a little bit. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, fold forward. Hinge from the hips. Chest leads the way. Inhale, halfway up to lengthen the spine. Exhale, plant the hands down, stepping all the way back into plank or push-up position. And chaturanga, lower down. Maybe drop to your knees if you need to for stability. Tops of the feet flat on the mat. Squeeze the core. Inhale, lift up into cobra. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, back down. Inhale, lift the hips back. If you're not feeling it today, head back into extended happy puppy. We are de-stressing here. If you want to feel the extra burn, the extra energy, lift up into downward facing dog. Either pose you take is great. And let's take 5 full breaths here. Maybe engaging in your ujjayi breathing if that's something that's in your practice. Something I like to do because my hamstrings are quite tight, I like to bend my knees a little bit, shift my hips back, get the shoulder stretched, then work towards straightening my legs, if I can get a little straighter, and working towards bringing the heels towards the mat. I'm not quite there today. If you are in extended happy puppy, tuck the toes under and lift your hips up into downward facing dog. On our next inhale, look towards your hands, left foot first this time. Baby steps, nice and small. We're purposefully taking these small steps, really stretching the backs of the legs and warming the body up. Once you are at the top of the mat, let's inhale, halfway up, lengthen the spine, nice and flat back. Exhale, fold again, relax head, neck, and shoulders. Spread the toes, push into the mat. Inhale all the way up to standing. Arms sweep nice and wide. Energy in your fingertips. Exhale to equal standing pose, Tadasana. All right, so let's change things up a little bit. Let's go into Namaskara B. Very Ashtanga of me, for those of you who know. Okay, when you're ready, bend the knees. Let's inhale. Sweep the arms up overhead in chair. Exhale, fold forward. Relax the neck and head. Inhale, halfway up to lengthen. Exhale, plant the hands down. Step or hop back if that's available to you. Please be safe. Chaturanga, lower down. If you'd like, you can take cobra or lift up into upward facing dog. No pain in the lower back. Exhale into downward facing dog. Let's inhale the right leg up into the air behind you. And we're going to bend the knee. Keep the shoulders where they are, nice and square. Open that right knee up, that right hip up. I like to say it's like a dog peeing on a fire hydrant. Exhale, bring the knee forward as far as you can. We're going to drop that back foot and inhale the arms up into warrior one. Relax the shoulders, lift the fingers, inhale here. Exhale, hands come back down. Step the front foot back, chaturanga lower down. You'd like to keep that back foot up, if you like. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, back into downward facing dog. Take a breath here. On your next inhale, lift the left leg now up into the air behind you. Once again, keep the shoulders nice and square, bend the knee, and lift that left knee up, opening the hip. Take a breath here. Peeing on that fire hydrant. Please don't pee on your mat. It'll be very slippery. Back to square. Exhale the knee all the way forward as far as you can. Drop the back foot on the mat. Inhale. Arms behind you and up. Leave the shoulders dropped. Warrior one. Let's take a breath here. Push the hands together. Exhale all the way down. And chaturanga. Drop to your knees if you'd like to. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, and now we're going to all widen the knees, sit the hips back as far as you can comfortably. You can either stay here in extended happy puppy, or you can take versions of child pose. Maybe bring your hands to your forehead, or maybe forehead on the mat, arms wrap around your legs. Let your shoulders melt into the mat. Let your hips be nice and heavy. Let gravity pull them down. Let's take 3 more full breaths here. Breathe nice and deeply. And reaching your arms out in front of you, spread the fingers into extended happy puppy, feeling a little bit of a shoulder stretch here. And tuck your toes under, lift up into downward facing dog. 1 breath here. And then on your next inhale, look towards your hands, step or hop all the way to the front of the mat. Inhale halfway up to lengthen. Exhale, fold forward to relax head, neck, and shoulders. And let's inhale all the way up, the rest of the way up. Energy in the fingers, keep the ribs tucked in. Exhale. Equal standing pose. All right, how you feeling? Working up a little bit of heat in that body. Oh, nice and hot. All right, so now we're going to do a standing forward fold. Let's jump the feet a little bit wider apart than hip width. Turn the toes in. We do that to try and protect the backs of the knees. Hands on the hips. Let's inhale, lift the chest, lift the crown of the head. Exhale, folding from the hips. Stopping at about halfway here. Let's inhale, try to lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold the rest of the way. I want you to bend your knees if you feel any sensation at the backs of the knees. Let the head hang nice and heavy. You can grab the opposite arm if you like, or you can reach for the mat. Personally, I like to grab the opposite arm. I like to feel the gravity help pull me down a little bit. Let's take 3 more full breaths here. Maybe moving the head left and right nice and gently. And then forward and back nice and slow. And then 1 more breath, letting the head hang nice and heavy. Hands back to your hips. When you're ready to inhale, come up nice and slow, only halfway. Taking a breath here. If you know that you typically get dizzy standing up, take your time, nice and slow. Inhale. If you need 2 more breaths, take what you need. There we go. Hands back down. Shake it out. I love giving a little wiggle every once in a while. Just shake it out. All right, so now let's step that left foot back nice and far. Square the hips, bend that front leg. We're going to take the right arm on the thigh, take the left arm behind you. Inhale. Reaching that arm out, extended side angle pose. How's my butt look? 4 more breaths here. Really reach with those fingertips and push that back foot into the mat. Pushing in opposite directions. 1 more full breath here. Exhale, put the hands down, step back. Chaturanga, drop to your knees if you'd like to. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale that left foot up behind you. Exhale, bring it as far forward as you can. Drop the back foot on the mat. Inhale, up. Exhale, bring the left forearm on the thigh. Inhale, lift your right arm up. Extended side angle. Once again, reach those fingertips out and push that back foot into the mat. People will feel this in different places. I feel this a lot today in my hips. Try to relax the neck, relax the shoulders away from the ears. 2 more full breaths here. On your exhale, plant the hands down, step back, chaturanga, lower down with control. Your choice to go on your knees. Inhale, upward dog or king cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, the right leg up behind you. Exhale, bring it forward. Drop the back foot down onto the mat. Keep the left hand where it is. And let's inhale, lift that right arm up for a twist. Making sure that your right hip isn't sticking out too far. Try to keep everything in line here. Let's take 4 more full breaths here. Exhale, bring the hands back down to the mat. Step the feet back, chaturanga, lower down. Inhale, upward dog or king cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left leg up into the air. Exhale, bring it as far forward as you can. Drop that back foot flat on the mat. Take the right hand, bring it next to that foot. Inhale, lift that left arm up, creating a nice twist in the spine. 4 more full breaths here. Breathing as deeply as you can. Bring both hands down to the mat. Step the feet back. Chaturanga, one more time. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, once again, sitting back into extended happy puppy, or if you'd like, child's pose. Let's take 5 full breaths here. One more full breath. Extend the arms out. Spread the fingers. Energy in the fingers. Push each knuckle into the mat. And then tucking the toes under. Inhale, lift up into downward facing dog. Look towards your hands. Inhale, stepping about halfway forward and coming to a seated position. All right. Excuse me. So we are going to come into one of my favorite poses, Baddha butterfly pose. So what I want you to do is, sometimes our pelvis gets kind of like tilted backwards. I want you to take the meat of your buttocks. For me, there's not a lot there. Oh, I'm a skinny boo. Move your buttocks. Oh, I've got like these weird little mini pads on. They're so weird. Anyways, move whatever you've got out and feel your sits bones, your butt bones, kind of sticking into the mat, sitting up nice and tall. Now I want you to scoop your fingers underneath your heels, give them a lift. This can help release a bit of the tension in the groin. I want you to take your thumbs, put them to the bottoms of the feet and the other fingers at the tops of the feet. Open the feet like pages of a book. Sit up nice and tall. Inhale here, lift from that crown of the head. Bloop. Exhale, try to bring your belly button as far forward as you can. Elbows go out nice and wide. Let's take 5 breaths here. You can use your hands to pull yourself a little bit. Make sure there's a difference between the discomfort of a stretch and pain. We don't want pain. And you also never want to push down on your knees. That can definitely do some serious damage. 3 more breaths here. And sitting up nice and tall, I want you to slide your feet just a little bit further out. Sitting up nice and tall, and then imagining there's a glass in front of you, and without touching it, I want you to slouch. A nice rounded back. And then I want you to slide all the way forward as far as you can. Arms reach out wherever's comfortable. Let your head hang nice and heavy. And let's take 5 breaths here. Feels so good. Let it out. My day was stressful. I would not recommend doing that randomly in a yoga class, but if you're in your own home, go for it. Yeah. Now, starting with the base of the spine, coming up 1 vertebrae at a time, your head comes up last. I know I said vertebrae instead of vertebra. If it's singular, where's my vertebra? Oh yeah, that feels so good. Now I want to do a counter pose. What shall I do? Let's stick the legs out in front of you. We're going to bring the hands behind you, about 8 to 10 inches. Fingers are facing towards the body. Spread the fingers. You can point the toes if you'd like to, or demi-point. So the feet move forward and the toes flex up like Barbie feet. Okay, we're going to squeeze the core. We're going to lift up for 5 seconds. I don't recommend throwing your head back. If tilting your head back is in your practice, go for it. Please be careful of your neck. Okay, let's go. Squeeze the core. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Lift up. 5 breaths. Lift the hips, lift the chest. Bring the shoulders, blades towards each other. Keep the head neutral unless you feel comfortable to tilt the head back. Two more breaths. 1 more breath. And lower down, shake it out, maybe shake out the wrists if that was tough. Oh, shake out the shoulders. Oh, shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. Oh, all right, so we're gonna come into 1 more twist. Bend the right knee, and we are going to bring that left foot, flex it, toes to the sky. Take your right hand, same hand as the knee that's bent behind you. Fingers face away from the body this time. Spread the fingers. Let's inhale the left arm up. Exhale, bring the elbow or arm as far towards the outside of the knee as you can. Let's inhale to sit up tall. Exhale to twist further, looking over that right shoulder. You can slide your left leg out. Mine is doing so naturally. Every inhale, sit up a little taller. Every exhale, try to twist a little bit further, looking over that right shoulder. Let's take 4 more breaths here. Oh, I love twists. I carry a lot of stress in my back. And twists are not only great for digestion, but they're also great for easing back tension and back pain. 2 more breaths here. And slowly unwind, coming back to center. Give the feet a wiggle. Give the shoulders a shimmy. All right, let's switch sides. Bending that left leg, left hand behind you, spread the fingers. Flex that right foot. Inhale the right arm up. Exhale, bring the elbow as far towards the outside of that left knee as you can. Maybe scooching that right foot out a little bit further. Let's inhale, sit up nice and tall. Exhale, twisting down to that left side. Oh, feels so good. 4 more full breaths here. And then slowly unwinding and coming back to center. Shake it out. All right, now we're gonna get on our backs. We're going to take happy baby pose, as one of my students calls it, happy husband pose. So we're gonna slowly and gently come down onto our backs. Be nice and gentle with our bodies. Our bodies are our temple. We're going to bring the knees in towards the chest now. Give them a hug. Oh, maybe twist side to side, pulling one knee in closer than the other. I hope my tuck stayed tight. I don't know if it did. Mind my gooch. So here you have the option. You can take the outside edges of the feet. You can take your peace fingers and your thumb, wrap them around your big toes in Kubera Mudra. I think that's what it's called. Or one of my favorites is you can interlace your fingers between the toes, which is really great for helping you stretch your toes out. And then let's just let the knees hang out nice and wide. Let's take 8 full breaths here, yeah. Remembering to breathe in and out through the nose. This is a great pose to work on your yoga breathing. We inhale, we first fill the belly, and then we fill the chest. And then exhale. Inhale, fill the belly first, then the chest. Exhale. Please go at your natural speed. Inhale in the belly and the chest. All one breath, exhale. Breathing into the belly helps to create relaxation and calm, and breathing into the chest creates fire, heat, and energy. So by breathing into the belly and then the chest, we can help bring in some balance, calm energy into the body. One of the reasons why, for me, I think that I leave a yoga practice and I feel more energized, but I also feel grounded. Two more breaths here. I totally wasn't counting. Okay, now we're going to release whatever grip you have. Arms out to the sides. I want you to bring your feet down, and we're gonna gently now try not to lift the hips up off the mat too much. We're gonna bring the knees down to the right side. Lower back. My left hip is lifted. It probably shouldn't. Oh well. Your yoga practice has to be whatever your body today is telling it to be. The poses can guide us and give us general ways that we should aim for our bodies moving, but every body is a yoga body. Let's inhale, bring the knees back to center. Exhale, drop the knees to the other side. Try to keep the hips down. I didn't really do it. I forgot to do this on the other side. We can always look the opposite direction the knees are going. Oh, that feels so good. Let's take a few breaths here, winding our practice down. Good job. You showed up. And maybe you didn't. Maybe you just watched me. I'm amazing. So are you. And then back to center. Let's bring the knees into the chest. Give them a bit of a hug. Oh, maybe gently rocking side to side. Now let's take just a very short, brief Shavasana. I recommend, if you're not going to take a full one, if you'd like to take a more full one, find a guided body scan. Maybe I'll do one of those soon. I love to do those during my Shavasanas. Also in class, I like to give a little temple massage. Push your shoulders down. Oh, it's a treat. All right, close your eyes if that's comfortable for you. Feel your shoulders and your arms melt to the ground. Let go of focusing on your breath. Allow the body to become still. Feel the whole body, let the muscles melt away, sink deeper into your mat. Let go of any desire to think about what comes next, or what things you need to accomplish. Just relax right here, right now. Allow the practice you just had to incorporate the muscle memory into your brain. Just by being still, your body is doing so much. Give yourself permission to just let go. If you would like to stay in Shavasana no longer, please take this time to do so. But if you're ready to get a move on, let's slowly deepen the breath. And bring some movement to the fingers and toes, then the wrists and the ankles. Reach the arms up overhead, point the toes. Let's all inhale together. Release one more time. Stretch the fingers and the arms, point the toes. Inhale all together. Blink the eyes open a little bit. Roll to your right side. Oh, maybe using your right arm as a pillow. Oh, hello life. And coming up to a comfortable seated position. My name is Everlasting, and thank you for sharing your time with me. Namaste. I mean, namaste.